Hello. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to talk about the energy of love, particularly romantic love. Yesterday, a song popped in my mind, the song Kiss from a Rose by Seal, and I also saw in my mind's eye a card in one of my oracle decks called The Rose's Kiss. Excuse me. You may be seeing, I'm sure you're noticing many synchronicities at this time. One of them may be seeing roses, the word rose, roses, and images of roses, and of course, actual roses in your daily life. And today, the song called Silly Love Songs popped in my mind. And before I clicked record, I looked up the lyrics, and I initially thought that Silly Love Songs was by the Beatles, but it's actually by Wings, headed by Paul McCartney, who was a member of the Beatles. So what stood out to me? The word wings. So that makes me think that possibly you are also noticing wings. Wings may be a synchronicity for you as well. Angel wings, bird wings. I think there's something else. Let me just sit here and wait. Okay, I'm hearing taking flight. Taking flight. And not only wings, you may be just seeing birds in general. I've been noticing one of my synchronicities is seeing eagles, or the word eagle, doves as well, but birds in general as well. Okay. So, love is in the air right now. When isn't it, right? But I think there is a particularly strong energy of love in the air right now, particularly romantic love, because Spirit is preparing us in the collective. Clearly, people who are available to be in or to start romantic relationships. So single people, we should go without saying, romantic love is being manifested at this time. And quite fittingly, as I was shuffling the Power of Surrender oracle cards, these two cards fell out. So the topic of romantic love is something that Spirit would like to touch upon to prepare you for a new romantic relationship. So the first card that fell out, surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Makes me think of grounding, managing your energy. You've gotten better at doing that. As a sensitive soul, you have learned to ground yourself, perhaps spending a lot of time in nature. And there's water in this image. You may be spending or have spent a lot of time by water, by the healing energy of water. And looking at the water, it makes me think, it looks a little dark here, in contrast to the glowing horizon here. You may have gone through heartache in the past. And you may still be healing at this time. But the fact that Spirit would like to talk about romantic love is an indication that love wants to enter your life. This woman here in the diagram, it looks like, well, this image makes me think of the Fool card in the Tarot, taking a leap of faith. She's already launched herself. Her feet are not touching the surface. She's launched. She's released. She's let go. Even though she may be feeling remnants of heartache, she's purified enough. I see the white dress here making me think of purification, purity, new beginnings. She's healed enough to welcome in a new experience. And in this case, love, romantic love. Like I said, she looks like she has released, she has surrendered. She's trusting the divine. She's opened up her heart for the possibility of meeting her romantic partner. A love that will be sublime. Makes me think of sublime looking at this image. A love that will feel light. A love that will not pull her down into the brink of despair. I'm looking at the golden hues in the background here, thinking of the solar plexus. Also making me think of the Sun card of optimism, hope, joy. Returning to the solar plexus reference. You're feeling more confident now. You've learned to love and honor yourself. And part of honoring this self-loving path that you've chosen is allowing yourself to receive love and to open your heart to give love as well, because you've returned back to your true essence, which is to be in joy, to be in trust of life, to be in love. The next card. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Maybe your mind, your fear-based mind, doesn't believe that it is ready, because the lower mind remembers the known, just cycles through what's happened before, cycles through memories of pain, heartache, suffering. But as the opening line says, and this is in the affirmative, you are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Yeah. Let down your boundaries. Love wants to come in, and you are ready. Your mind may think that you are not ready, but if it is one of your heart's desires, your true heart's desires, to be in a loving, balanced, healed, and healing relationship, you're seeing this message for a reason. But as a creator of your life, you get to choose. Okay. Let's go through the lyrics of Kiss from a Rose. I'm curious to see the lyrics. I read through maybe just a couple of the first stanzas. I don't know the entirety of the lyrics. Of course, I've heard the song when it first came out. It was all over the radio. Okay. Kiss from a Rose by Seal. There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remained a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. The more I get of you, the stranger it feels. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the gray. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. To me, you're like a growing addiction that I can't deny. Won't you tell me? Is that healthy? Baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. The more I get of you, the stranger it feels. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the gray. Let's see. And that, it kind of cycles again. Okay, interesting. I didn't know all of the lyrics to the song. Okay, so let me go through this and see what else, what stands out to me, what additional messages we can divine from the lyrics of this song. Okay, there used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. That stands out to me. Graying tower alone on the sea. Well, we see water here. Sea. A lone figure. Makes me think, well, the reference to the tower makes me think of the tower in the Tarot, but I'm also graying tower alone on the sea. Makes me think of a lighthouse. Lighthouse. A beacon of light. You are a beacon of light. And you may have gone through a tower that potentially may have pushed you into going within and healing emotional turmoil, emotional pain. A romantic relationship, the ending of a romantic relationship may have contributed to catalyzing you into finally choosing yourself, choosing to heal, choosing to love yourself, to claim your self-worth. Not relying on external validation to prove your worth and worthiness of a healed and balanced love. And because you are more balanced and grounded now, that is why Spirit wants to let you know that you are ready. You are ready to let love in. Okay, let's continue. You became the light in the dark side of me. You became the light, yes. You are a beacon of light. And perhaps you were in a relationship that was potentially imbalanced. Let's just say you were the one that gave, and your partner was unfair to you in some way. There was an unequal exchange of energies. So perhaps you gave more than you received. Moving on. Love remained a drug that's the high and not the pill. Perhaps there were some obsessive tendencies here, over-attachment, feelings of relying on your partner, and I believe I already said this, to make you feel lovable. Being in that relationship may have been like a drug, or potentially you may have partaken in substances together. Okay, continuing. But did you know that when it snows, and it's interesting, at the time of this filming, it is snowing a lot outside. And I live in a big city. There's just so much snow out there right now. There's hardly any traffic and foot traffic. It looks beautiful though, and it's very peaceful. But I digress. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Your partner may not, your past partner may not have seen your true value because that person did not see the true value in themselves, and so they could not offer you what you so truly deserved and needed: to be fully present for you and with you. And you've healed from this, and now you understand that we can only love others at the level that we love ourselves. And many of us know what it's like to not love ourselves, to not see our value. And so our behaviors, our choices are motivated by feelings of unworthiness, unlovability. We may settle, but you don't settle anymore. The yellow. You've learned to love yourself, to rely on your own love first. You respect yourself. And because you're more balanced within, Spirit wants to send you a beautiful love. Okay. Now that your rose is in bloom, you are blooming, you are transforming, you are your true self now. You've become aware of your old patterns, and you lovingly surrendered them to be healed by Source. And you are still a rose despite all the pain that you went through. Instead of growing in resentment, you are only growing in love. Your love keeps blooming. Your light keeps shining brighter and brighter. What else here? You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. Again, this makes me think of a relationship that may have been a codependent relationship. That may have been one of the wounds that you healed. Codependency. Having an avoidant partner. Potentially you were an avoidant partner as well. You've learned to get honest with yourself and understand that you are more than what happened to you. To me, you're like a growing addiction. Yes, there may have been some obsessive tendencies. An over-reliance on someone else to make you feel good about yourself. But like I said before, you will no longer settle. You learned the lessons, and now you are ready for a healthy, healed relationship that's more aligned with your current vibration. Okay. All right. Returning to surrender your fear of intimacy. This makes me think of the sacral chakra, which is associated with creativity, fertility, pleasure, including sexual pleasure. This may have been an issue that you also had to confront and heal. Remnants of which you may still be experiencing, but as humans, we are not 100% anything. And Spirit knows when we are ready. And this new romantic relationship will heal you even more. You will heal each other even more. You will grow and evolve together. Okay. All right. What would you like the person this message is for to know about love, about this new love that wants to enter their life? Seeing beyond 36. Intuitively, you likely can feel this person in your energetic orbit. And I mentioned the synchronicity of seeing roses, the word rose. This makes me think that you both are potentially communicating with one another telepathically. And your partner and or both of you are sending each other roses. You may dream about this person. And seeing beyond, that makes me think, yes, looking past the old patterns that you may have been caught up in, those old cycles, going through relationship after relationship, that were energetically imbalanced in one form or another. So this makes me think of perspective and the Hanged Man card in the Tarot. You've learned to see things from an enlightened perspective. You understand now that all that you went through, they were all lessons and stepping stones. And if there was a relationship that contributed to catalyzing you into choosing yourself and going within, you understand with certainty that that happened for a reason. The pain was a message, communication to you. That relationship didn't feel right in your soul. You knew at a soul level that there was more for you, that you deserved a balanced love, a balanced partnership. But we often go through cycles, multiple cycles, before we decide to go in, go within. Excuse me. To go within and heal the cycle of suffering, the cycle of feeling like we are not enough and therefore we cannot or do not deserve the kind of love that we truly desire. Oh. 38, endless possibilities. Yes, you have an abundance mindset now, where you in the past may functioned in a fear-based, limited mindset, a scarcity mindset, just settling for morsels of love, unhealed expressions of love. Now you know you are worthy of more. There are endless possibilities for you in all areas of your life, including romantic love. Ooh. Okay, we have 48, a burst of magic, and her crown is lit up. You're highly intuitive. I'm noticing the third eye here, also her crown is lit up as well. Okay. You're connected to your oneness with Source, to your own divinity. Oh, and this little girl too. She's lit up. Third eye crown. And seeing this little girl, it makes me think, yes, this finding your true love, building a beautiful love with the love of your life, that has been a dream of yours, a heart's longing of yours since you were a child. Okay, a burst of magic. This makes me think that your meeting with the love of your life will be quite serendipitous. The universe is orchestrating this behind the scenes for you and your partner. And like I said, I believe, in regards to the word bloom that we saw in the song by Seal, Kiss from a Rose, how you are blooming. Seeing this flower. And yes, when you meet, you will, and I believe I said this already, you will both grow and evolve together. Blossom together. Individually and as a team, because I'm noticing these two, the pairs of lotus flowers on this side and on this side. Individually and together. Now I'm thinking of 1111 for some reason. 11, like two flowers here. But I'm thinking of the Four of Wands in the Tarot. 11, 11. Mirroring energy. A deep breath. 7. Yeah, you went within. Healed any anxieties, feelings of unworthiness, of finding your true love, of living a beautiful life with the love of your life. You've learned to ground yourself. Maybe you meditate. You feel more peaceful now within. And look at that. Yeah, what it says on the surrender stress card. Take a few deep breaths. A deep breath. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Yes. The healing power of breath. The centering, grounding power of breath. Number 17, making me think of the star card in the Tarot. It's number 17, the storyteller. So you may be a writer, or this could also mean, well, I'm noticing the blue in the ink bottle, making me think of the throat chakra. And there are lots of blue hues here in the Seeing Beyond card. You may express yourself, tell your story. Your love story. Yes, you may communicate your personal story of romantic love, how you healed from heartbreak. And this could inspire and support others who have gone through similar situations. And we all know what it's like to feel heartache. And I'm getting, this is a love story for the ages. This is a love story for the ages. So not only this new love that you can feel in your energetic orbit, this is also like the hero's journey story. Your life story is a love story of learning to love yourself, right? Now I'm hearing the Whitney Houston song, The Greatest Love of All. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Is a love story for the ages. The greatest love of all. Learning to love yourself. Yes. Okay. Shall we? Okay, bottom of the deck. The Five of Cups. Disappointment, regret, glass half empty. Relating to why Spirit wants you to release, surrender feelings of stress, take deep breaths. To loosen the tension that you have built up in your body over the years. And it says here, you are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And that's what you've learned to do. You've healed from disappointment, past regrets, all those patterns that conditioned in you a glass half empty mindset. In many areas of your life, including romantic love, of feeling like you needed to settle. Perfection. Okay, we're going to end it here. I mentioned the star card, seeing the number 17. We have the star. Inspiration, hope, divine wisdom. Yes, in mentioning the lighting up of your crown. You've healed. The star card. You've learned to pour into yourself. I see. I can't show this figure, but there are, let's just call them vases 2 vases. That makes me think, yes, you've learned to pour into yourself, pour love into yourself. You feel more inspired. And your story, if you do decide to share it, express it somehow in your own unique, creative way, it has the potential to inspire others and give them hope as well for attaining love. But your message will include your past disappointments in love and how you went within, learn to love yourself, and learn to nurture the energy of hope. Gained divine wisdom. And because you healed within, chose yourself to love yourself, to switch from a glass half empty mindset to a mindset of endless possibilities for your life. Yep. Let's end with these words. You are ready to let love in. There you go. The greatest love of all. Have a beautiful, loving journey. Take care.